Welcome to the Deeper Into Movies podcast. My name is Stephen T. Hanley. I'm the founder and lead curator of Deeper Into Movies. We are a pop-up cinema based in London and New York. Today on the podcast, I'm joined by actress Myha'la Herrold. Myha'la you may know from Bodies, 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 the great A24 horror movie. And for the past 3 seasons, she's been the lead in the fantastic HBO BBC series Industry. Industry is my favorite show on TV. I've loved the first 2 seasons, and the 3rd season has just smashed it so hard, and it's gone to another level. Okay, and I've got some show notes / disclaimers up front. I've mentioned in this podcast that I had a tiny part in the new season of Industry. I had 1 scene, 1 line, and I got cut. But I refer to it as a cameo. Okay? So I'm owning it. Any small roles I get in shows or films now are cameos. My ego is out of control, and it's a cameo. I'm seeing it as a special guest appearance. And I've also got cut, so I've been humbled, but okay, I'm just owning it. And secondly, I'm fine with it. I keep on making jokes about it, but I don't want to be like, there was this ongoing saga in Mark Maron's podcast where anytime Saturday Night Live was brought up, Maron would always go on about it and bring it up that he went for a role in Saturday Night Live and didn't get the job. But that's not going to be me. I love everyone involved in the show. We're good. This isn't a Joker origin story. And just for you RuPaul fans out there, in the episode, Myha'la and I were talking about RuPaul's Drag Race, and she kept on mentioning the big tits from Canada. That's Jimbo. We forgot Jimbo's name, but I'm correcting that here and now. Okay. I love this podcast. I thought it was such a fun conversation. Myha'la is delightful and so charming and insanely talented. So here we are. Enjoy the show and watch all 3 seasons of Industry.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Steven here. How are you?
Hi, Myha'la, nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good. Is that a cat?
Yes.
Oh, cute.
Yes. There's 2 of them. They might make an appearance here and there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dog is in the other room. He's
Great.
checking out for this one. Were you in New York?
I am, yes. Sorry if you hear the construction.
No, that's fine. Sorry if you hear the neighbors next door. I had to move all my equipment right next to the door for some air because we have horrible, intense London heat. Which
Oh, yes. And you're not prepared for it. You're not prepared for it at all. You guys don't have air conditioning.
No, I have 2 really loud fans, which are super powerful but super loud, and kind of like the ones from 80s music videos. You know, just like the big metal mesh ones, which is it's a vibe, but it's noisy. Have you watched all of season 3 yet?
I have. Yes, I did. I watched it a long time ago, actually.
I just got the links this weekend. It was so intense. Jesus Christ.
Very.
And we have mutual friends. I know Mickey and Conrad. And I'm just going to bring this up. They gave me a cameo in season 3, but I got the cut. The episode was too... I know.
Damn. There was a lot of, they wrote so much. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
They wrote a lot of stuff that got cut. They just wrote too much stuff. Like so much stuff.
And I had all my Instagram pics ready to humble brag.
Oh, no.
And stuff like new CEO in town, yada, and all this crap. And then I text Conrad like, can I go? And he's like, texting. I'm like, all right, this is
mate.
fucked. It's the nature of the bit. Well, it's cool. I like just doing cameos and one scenes for fun. I'm not looking for a career. So but it hurt.
I'm
was,
so sorry.
Have you been cut before?
Oh yeah.
It's cold.
It stings.
It does.
But at least they told you. Like the craziest thing is when you watch something and you're like, my scene's not in there.
I had the screening party in my mind. All my crew was gonna come around and stuff.
Damn.
And I had this really juicy bit. I was going to have to heckle Jon Snow when he's coming out of a court, and I was banging on the limo and stuff, and telling him to pay back all the money, and then But
damn, I'm really sorry.
It's okay. We move. I've got a cameo in Lena's new show.
Oh, great!
Where I just walk on. So, if I get cut out of that, then
there's a trend, and you should maybe think.
I need to get an acting coach and really readdress my life and my face and everything. But hopefully, I'll win through that one. So tell me, let's go back to the beginning. I always ask people, what kind of teenager were you? What did you grow up watching?
Oh, well.
And what kind of made a impact on you?
I was like a musical theater nerd. I mean, if I go back to like the things that like made the biggest impact on me, I think like Britney Spears, Aaron Carter, Christina Aguilera, and then it's like Cats the musical, and like Tumblr. And if anybody out there knows this reference, I don't know if your audience will, but Brittany Panda, at Brittany Panda on Instagram. She was a photographer. That was like my whole identity for like my entire high school experience. And like like indie rock music and Battle of the Bands. Yeah.
What's Brittany Panda? That's the only one I didn't.
Brittany...
What kind of aesthetic was that?
She like sort of started the like skinny white girl wearing a floral dress in a forest with her hands like crossed above her head and her hair over her face. Like that kind of vibe.
I'm trying to. What? Why did that have such a big effect on you?
You know,
what kind of scene was it? What kind of music was that? Like an emo thing? Was that like a kind of early cottagecore kind of?
Yes, right. Yes, she's a photographer. So it was just kind of like targeting. You know, Brandy Melville's like whole aesthetic.
Oh, of course. So it was
like the beginning of that.
Whoa. Okay. So the kind of sad girl.
Yes.
Vibe.
Very anorexic. Very. I'm artsy, but not really. And I read Twilight, like that sort of vibe. Very Sick. Me in high school, and like juxtaposed with like being a theater kid.
What kind of musicals were you? Do you have a favorite? If you could be cast in any musical, what would you go for?
You know what I would love to do 8 shows a week is Cats.
Wow. Did you do Cats the movie?
No, but I auditioned for it.
My God, you dodged a bullet on that one.
I really did. I was like pissed.
You were safe.
I was pissed that I didn't get a call back, but then when I saw the movie, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that nobody was seeing my animatronic cat asshole on the big screen.
Yeah, that's lessons for all aspiring actors out there. That's what we don't want.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what anyone was expecting of Cats the musical, the motion picture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what did we think we were going to get?
So as our full-time job, we screen movies and we have the podcast and stuff. But for Halloween, we were struggling what to show.
Cool.
And we just said, what's more fucking traumatizing than Cats? Let's just show Cats. And I got this sick 4K projector and we reinstalled it and got the HD one so you could see all that ugly
the detail,
the weird digital, when it's just so digital and weird and it's like, this is real but so not. That's
and you guys all took mushrooms first and then watched it.
Hugs not drugs. No, we do we have had people turn up really high at event when we show like the most fucking intense, horrible, you know, like Requiem for a Dream or Gaspar Noé at the Void, and people like, I'm high right now. And I'm like,
that is crazy.
And I'm like, find God, this is horror.
Yeah,
are you okay? Like, is the film not enough?
Those movies high. Never.
No. Like, surely you're missing the point of the movie. Like,
Right, yeah.
like in End of the Void, the drug dealer gets literally shot to death in a
Oh no.
toilet. Like, yeah.
No way.
So I'm just discovering musicals and westerns are my two big gaps on my movie watching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting into musicals.
Amazing.
I did All That Jazz. I thought was spectacular.
Yeah, it's a good one. Classic.
Sweet Charity. I really enjoyed.
Also great.
Company is maybe my favorite. Being Alive is my favorite theater song.
Great song.
Which is really,
it's so good.
Yeah, and that's as far as I've got so far. But I'm adjusting to it. It took my brain a while to adjust to this.
I appreciate.
I love the song and dance. I love the song and dance. I think it's just that aspect of, should we go get a bagel? Bagel. That type of thing is my biggest trigger. But
yeah, I get that. I think I'll add to your list.
Please.
Chicago, Cabaret, and you can watch the movie versions of those. Moulin Rouge is also a movie musical. It's a jukebox movie musical. Amazing. What else would I recommend? Those are all the ones. All my other recommendations would have to be like illegal bootlegs, which I won't say. You should pay to watch, but
right.
Start there.
I've never thought that you can watch like musicals on YouTube and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you just have to find the illegal. Like I've never seen Hamilton live. I watched Hamilton like a horrible bootleg of Hamilton. I just watched one of Patti LaBelle's Gypsy, and it's literally just like someone's got a camcorder.
That's
and they're
amazing.
Recording the show, and then at random it just goes black because obviously the ushers are like coming by, so it just goes black for about 30 seconds and then it goes back up. Yeah.
Okay, I really rate that. I really rate the audacity. It's fair enough when someone's like, I'm gonna fucking bootleg the new Marvel movie. Fuck you guys, but for the theater kids to like bootlegging, Rent or something, then
yeah,
that's really funny for me.
Rent is also one of my favorites. Love Rent.
And you went on tour with Book of Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? How many dates did you do? How many were you doing a day?
It was great. I did 4 months. It was I think it was the summer of 2017, and I had actually just got my summer gig, and I was doing 3 or 4 shows at the Pittsburgh CLO like summer stock theater. That was like going to be my summer gig, and I got cast, and then like a week later I got the call from the second national tour of Book of Mormon, and I was like, guys, I'm so sorry, I can't do your shows because I have to go do Book of Mormon. They were like, damn, I mean, we get it, so go ahead and go. And they let me get out of my contract. So that was kind of like my summer gig, and it was only meant to be for 4 months. And then I was going to go right back to school, and it was great. I opened in, let's see, where did I open? I want to say I opened at the Pantages in Los Angeles. And we spent 6 weeks there. Then we went to Salt Lake City, which was really awesome. I say in Salt Lake City. And then we played in San Jose, my hometown. That was really fun. And then I closed. Where did I close? Maybe I closed in Salt Lake. Those are the places that I remember. It was fun. I loved it. It was great.
I read a section in Barbara Streisand's book as part of my theater journey, and she was saying, but she was wanting to get cast in Funny Girl, and when she did, she was like, "Fuck, this is so intense. I'm doing like 2 a day. I don't know if my voice will hold up." And she was kind of like, "This is my dream. I wanted it, but the reality is just far more intense than I imagined."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. My role in the Book of Mormon is what they call a princess track. It's like a leading role, and you have a couple great songs. but you're like not actually doing that much. You're not like in a bunch of the show, and it's actually really
Right.
easy. Like it's an
Cool.
easy thing to do. You just get to sing your song and then go be in the back. Um, but the lifestyle, like being on the road is tough because you're on the road,
Mm-hmm.
and then doing 8 shows a week is tough because you're doing 8 shows a week. So naturally, the lifestyle is a bit more like limiting. You just have to take better care of yourself, but you're traveling. You know what I mean? You're traveling the country with a bunch of folks who you work with and maybe you're friends with. So every new city you go to, you're like exploring stuff. So, and because my track was like quite easy, I had a lot of fun.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Mubi. Mubi is a curated streaming platform bringing you the best in cinema. I've been a Mubi subscriber for years, and I'm here to tell you about Mubi's magazine called Notebook. It's a print-only magazine. It looks beautiful. The content is great, but more importantly, it's got that magazine fancy book smell. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's delicious and I can't get enough of it. But let me tell you about the magazine. 136 pages, 37,000 words, 219 images. The front cover, you've got to see it. It's like a strangely disturbing reinterpretation of The Wizard of Oz by our pal John Wilson. You know John Wilson, he's the creator of the amazing show How To with John Wilson, and he's been a previous podcast guest. He's the perfect person to shoot the cover because this whole issue has the theme of DIY and how to, and you know us, we love that stuff. Anyway, let me tell you about what else is in the magazine. Okay, I wish I knew this as a film student. There's a great how-to on how to make fake blood for movies. Sorry to all my previous university flatmates, I destroyed the kitchen at least 4 times, covering it in paint, food coloring, and yeah, just I could never get the consistency right like in the horror movies to make fake blood. And I ended up going out spending loads of money on theater blood, but if I had this how-to recipe, I would have been saved. And my other favorite section, there's this whole chapter on unseen photos from Alejandro Jodorowsky's ill-fated adaptation of Dune, which oh man, it was crazy. He had so many amazing ideas, so many amazing people involved, and the film fell apart. There's a wonderful, tragic making of documentary, but Mubi has unearthed all of these never before concept drawings from the film storyboards. Go check out the magazine. Just go to mubi.com/magazine. And don't forget, you can get 30 days of Mubi for free. Go watch a ton of movies for free. Just go to mubi.com/deeper into movies. Check out the magazine. Watch a ton of movies for free. Go make a bunch of fake blood. And try not to ruin your kitchen. I was reading for industry. They said you were the hardest person to cast. Your character was the hardest person to cast.
Sure, I get that.
How did you approach the role? What were your initial thoughts what did you read? Did you read the pilot?
Yeah, I just I got the sides, but for that, like the audition packet was just the sides. It was like 3 or 4 scenes maybe. And I read the scenes and I put them on tape and I sent them off. And actually, like, I had forgotten about the tape. and I was like, oh shoot, I have to do this. But I'd like been drinking. So I was like kind of buzzed when I did the tape the first time, which was bizarre because I was like doing office jargon and like trying to like not cross my eyes while I'm doing the tape, which is crazy. I'm like mortified that that was even the case. I'm so glad I got the job. um, and then after that, the creative team, Mickey and Conrad and Lena had seen my tapes and they wanted to give me some notes. So I did some notes and then I put them on tape again. Like I had a conversation with them, got their notes, put myself on tape again. And then they were like, oh, I want you to read in person with Lena. So I went and did that. And after that, I tested in person. I chemistry read in person in Cardiff. And then I found out like a few days later, like maybe 3 or 4 days later, I found out I got the job.
Sick.
Yeah.
What was your initial response to the show? What did you?
I mean, I was like obsessed. Immediately obsessed. And I think I even said to them in our meeting, I was like, you guys, I just like, I'm very grateful that this is being made. Like, one, because I think this character is really cool and you don't see these types of people in this setting. And also, wait, what was I just saying? My train of thought went. I said to them, this is so good. Mm-hmm. Either I'll be very excited to do it or I'll be very excited to watch it either way. Because I like read the first, by the time I'd done my callback, I'd read the first 4 episodes. And I was like sweating bullets at the end of the 4th episode. Yeah. The 4th episode in the first season is for Big Trade. And I was like, this is so, I've never read anything like it.
No, I was excited when I first heard about it because, again, I'm just oversharing all my traumas and tragedies here. That I remember when I finished film school, like everyone just went to work in a record store whilst I was writing my scripts and waiting for Sundance to call, which never happens. And then my cousin rang me and was like, hey, I work in this big oil and gas engineering firm and there's all these office temp positions and stuff. And I was like, I'll take it. Fine. and then there was all these new sexy London, loads of money in the town. And there's all these articles about all the debauchery that goes on in office jobs and all the relationships. And then my friend gave me this FHM article, which was like how crazy and hot the office is now. And I was like, this sounds like a vibe. I'm so here for this. And then I got to the office and it was just 60-year-old men.
Yeah, it was not sexy at all.
I was like, what the hell? And then I saw industry and I was like, this is what it should have been like. God damn it. No, nobody looks like Marisol in my office. This is just, I want a refund. God damn it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so it does exist. It is a thing, but clearly just not. Maybe the oil and gas industry is not the hot one.
Maybe not the sexiest of industries.
No, just ruining the Middle East. And it was crazy. Yeah, I did 6 months. I paid off a lot of my student loan and then it was like, I got to get out of here and go to a record store again, please.
Good for you. There's only so much soul crushing work you can do.
No, it was so bad. I'm glad it's all over and never again. But what I love about the show is I think for an English show, it's so exciting to have something with such scale and such a cinematic quality. It's the best music in a TV show going. It's so sick. And the darkness and the kind of nihilism, it's just, I'm just here for it.
Oh, I'm glad. Me too.
And I remember I was saying to Mickey and Conrad that it's a really explicit show. It's a really hot show, but there's no romance. It's kind of
really.
I don't see the. I know everyone's like a very complicated, troubled character, and again that's a compliment. I really like that there's no real heroes of a show, in a sense. Everyone's kind of out for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I guess
where do you see the romance? Maybe I'm just dead inside.
I mean, no. I mean, I feel like you are on the side of like most people being like, there's nothing romantic about this. I think there's like a romanticization. Is that how I did?
Okay, no, wait. I think Harry is a sweet guy in the show. I think he's
he's
looking for love. he needs, yeah.
Bless his heart, which is why he just gets eaten alive.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Robert, people like Robert, they can't hack it. I feel like all the characters are romanticizing the idea of success in the business. They're like being like, oh, this is going to be great when I get such and such, but it is actually just like miserable. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
obviously they have to romanticize it. Otherwise, why are they doing it? You know?
And yeah, no, I like everyone. I should say that. I like everyone. I think I like everyone. Yeah. I'm just doing my scan of characters. No, I do.
Fair.
And I'm obsessed with you and Ken doing scenes together. I think Ken is such a goat. He's such an amazing character actor. He's one of those, I know that guy when you see him on screen. And I'm so glad he's just got a big meaty role. How are your scenes together? He seems like a great partner for.
He's amazing. He's amazing. Like, Ken takes everyone and everything at face value, so it makes it impossible to be dishonest around him. He makes everyone better. You know, like he is indeed such a goat, a capital G, a caps lock goat.
Caps lock, yeah.
And like, I'm always learning something new, getting to work with him or just be friends with him. And I hope to be, when I've done as much in my career as he has, I hope to be as open and receptive and as curious as he is, as he continues to be in his career.
And do you understand the stock and your jargon? How much?
No. No.
Because you guys sell it.
I mean,
it sounds legit as fuck. Everyone sounds. It was like when I found out Marisol doesn't speak a million languages. She can just phonetically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Marisa is a genius with convincing people that she can speak 8 languages or some shit. She speaks English. That's it. I mean, the beauty of working on a TV show and having guest directors all the time is that they are really just that. Like, they're guest directors and they understand that they're coming in to help guide a show that already knows what it is. You know, you're not coming in to be like, I'm on season 100 of Grey's Anatomy, I'm going to switch it up. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that. So I think in the first season, it was really much like trying to find who we were. And so every director who came in, they were like, this is my take, this is my style. And we were like, great, I'll take this, and that. And then we got to season 2 and Miss Isabella was just like really much it. And then of course she came back for season 3. So I feel like we've had mostly Isabella, and then we've had a handful of guest directors. And then of course, lucky us, we got Mickey and Conrad at the end of season 3.
Yeah.
And that was like, I mean, I wanted to be directed by them from like day one. I just was like, you come do it. Like, I just want you to do it. So that was like so much fun. And at this point, you know, we're 3 seasons in, 5 years into this relationship with these characters, with them as writers. And now to have them on as directors was just like very much fulfilling. It just felt clear that they needed to direct, you know what I mean? So it was very full circle and streamlined, like super streamlined. Because they know exactly what they want and how they want it, and they know exactly how we're going to do it. So it just makes it very simple.
Yeah. How is it working with them as a duo on the directing? Do they have different skill sets that you've noticed? Is one, I know like the Safdies kind of, Josh does the actors and Benny does the tech.
I kind of feel like they're also just so symbiotic. You know what I mean? When something needs to get done, they just fill whatever role is necessary. Like if one of them is communicating to us at a distance and the other one is like behind monitor or whatever, and then they switch around. Like I have yet to see them like really they can do all that is necessary between the both of them. I very much feel like I'm being directed by both of them with one voice all the time.
Perfect. Yeah. That's what you need. Yeah, I remember when I first spoke to them, I were like, you guys seem like showrunners film nerds who are built in a lab and know every reference, every kind of OG monologue from any film, all the kind of all the best bits of like heist movies and thrillers, and it seems like they just devoured it all and just come out as like, superheroes in the realm of just so vast and so efficient in all. And the show's so funny as well on top. I'm obsessed with the calls you can hear in the background of a show and the insults. It's really great. How was it for you filming in London? Was this?
I love filming in London. We don't do it that often. We mostly film in Cardiff, Wales, which is totally different than filming in London.
Yeah, it feels such. It's obviously got the exteriors and stuff, so it's got that deep sea energy.
I mean, we do we shoot most everything.
Yeah.
Interiors for sure in Cardiff, and then we go and shoot exteriors in London. Like when we were shooting in Bank of America, like we actually go to the financial district, go find a building that when you look out through the windows, you can see like other banks, you know what I mean? So we're doing that in London.
Yeah.
But like any sort of pub, any indoor stuff, any apartment stuff, the trading floor, all of that is in Wales.
And let's kind of end where we started. I asked you what you grew up watching. What are your favorite TV shows and what are your comfort TV shows? 2-part question.
Oh, yes. My favorite show. Oh, shoot. I mean, this is so hard because I feel like my favorites are also my comfort shows.
Okay, we can.
But currently, what have I watched that I really liked? I'm just going to rattle them off. Here we go. Ready? My comforts, which are also my favorites. RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
I loved Succession.
Same.
Frasier, the original one. Guilty pleasure. Another guilty pleasure, but I stand by it. Love Island. The UK one, not the American one, obviously.
Have you been doing this season?
Yeah, of course I have.
Fuck Joey Essex. Okay.
Oh, bless his heart. I wonder, like, so I haven't gotten to the part where I don't know if his mom comes to the show. I'm like on the episode where their parents come or their family comes. So I haven't seen his parents yet, but I just wonder, like, what is his relationship with his mom?
His mom, his mom has passed away at a young age.
Oh, bless his heart.
But I just think he's definitely on the spectrum and just can't navigate situations. I think it's a polite way of putting it.
It seems to me that he gets everything that he wants, so he seems disillusioned to like his effect, the like weight that his words carry. Let me not have a whole dissertation on Joey Essex as if I know the man. I don't.
Who do you want to win? Final answer on the Love Island section of the pod.
I feel like Kieran and Nicole are gonna win, just sort of like by default. I also really like. Look, I'm happy for Io and happy for Mimi.
Me too.
I feel like I'm glad for them.
Io, yes, I like Io and his new couple, and that girl has been through it.
Jess,
she's had such a hard run, and I think she's a really sweet, likable person. So.
Me too.
I think they almost deserve like win/compensation money for the shitstorm that they've been through that Joey has caused a lot of and stuff.
Yeah, so, weird.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know what he's so obsessed with their sitch. The same with the Candyman who was punching so hard.
Oh my God. I can't with him.
No, he's cringe. He's so cringe.
He's super cringe. And also this whole like, when they're like, well, it's my opinion. I'm like, but if you ask me something about me, you can't just like give it. It's not true. Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand this. Well, it's my opinion. I'm like, you can't have an opinion about my own feelings. They're mine. I'm telling you what they are.
Yeah.
I think it's weird.
Yeah. No, those guys can't communicate. It's really frustrating to watch.
I think it's very bizarre. But that's what I'm up to at the moment. And then I also started watching Ripley and I like that. I like Ripley and I'm watching House of Dragon. I wasn't a Game of Thrones girly.
Interesting. You've just jumped to spinoff.
But I like House of Dragon. My now fiance was like, you have to watch some of it so you know, like you get the vibe. So I watched some of it.
And Drag Race. Who is your
Oh,
favorite contestant?
I just finished All Stars, the current season of All Stars, and my favorite ever. That's like
Ever.
very hard. I don't know that I have a favorite ever. I think that's too hard to pick because like the new queens are so different than the OGs. Like Roxy is an OG, and I
Yeah.
love like what I appreciate about like her and Chanel and like all the OGs is they're like acting their faces off in the lip syncs. They
Yeah.
are really acting. And the new girls are like doing flips and dips and jumps and tricks, which is cool, but I love a storyteller.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love a storyteller. And I also like a jokey queen. Like I love um like oh my god. Big Tits from Canada. Why can't I call her name? She just won. Anyway, love her. She's a
I've
clown.
okay. I've dropped off. I think there's too many All Stars. The All Stars
Yeah.
are coming around too soon. I don't think
Yeah, fair.
everyone's earned their divaship, if that's a
Mm.
term. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was funny because weirdly in my head I didn't want to make this reference, but when I was thinking about Del and Jovis, when I was thinking about Mickey and Conrad, I was thinking about
Mm.
when someone like Violet came in
Mm.
who had learned from all previous seasons and refined everything and just come in this new next level mode.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of how I feel
Yeah.
about. But I kind of think that was the peak, maybe up to Trixie and Cartier was my
Oh,
last
oh, you
favorite
are
era.
well versed, my friend.
Yeah, I have a fiance. Similar to you when you got dragged
Okay.
into. I got dragged into Drag Race, and I
Drag
got
Race.
dragged into Real Housewives, and
Oh yeah.
and then I started off like, can we watch Sopranos now? And then I'm like, I can't believe that bitch wore that. That's outrageous. And now I'm fully hooked. Fully hooked.
Fully hooked.
It's not a guilty
Yes.
pleasure. It's pure joy. But yeah,
It is
I
pure joy.
think Violet, Cartier, and I adore Delano. I thought Adore Delano was so hot and impressive.
Adore. Yes, yes, yes. I also like I started watching the like UK versus the world. There's also just like so many series. There's Canada, there's France,
The
there's
UK is incredible because they do not give a shit about the American culture of
no.
Drag Race. It's really
Mm-mm.
rude and crass and
They're
sarcastic.
funny.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
They're so funny.
very different energy from people from like Manchester and Newcastle who
Mm.
and
Oh, they're so funny. And
uh,
I feel like there's some like new age American queens that are just glam. Like they're
well, this is
not
it. They kind of I kind of like the older queens who know
yeah,
their. I was gonna say
the
herstory. I can't get
references.
away with herstory,
Her
but
herstory,
yeah,
yes.
they know,
Knowing her
but
herstory.
they know the musicals, the pop culture
Yeah.
references, the weird icons, and so okay.
Hmm.
This is a great question to end our pod on. Who would
Okay.
you be in the Snatch Game?
I'd probably be Eartha
Okay, that's a perfect fit for you. Yeah,
Kitt. Thank you.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would do Eartha Kitt. And I would try to do that whole, that video for just compromise.
yeah.
For what? For what? I would do that entire YouTube video of her probably over the course of the game.
Okay, guest judge when you need to.
Listen, I've been knocking on their door. Whenever they're ready, I'm here and the wig is already made.
Okay,
So I'm ready.
perfect. Okay, this has been so much fun.
So much fun. So nice to meet you.
You too. Okay. Thanks, Emma. And amazing work. Keep it up. I
Thank
can't wait
you.
to see what's
Thank you
next.
so much.
Cool. Have a good day.
Alrighty, my friend. Bye. You too.
Thank you, buddy. Boom. That was me and Myha'la Herrold. Isn't she Wonderful. I want to be her friend in real life. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Joshua Eustace, aka Telephone Tel Aviv, for my beautiful music. Thanks you guys for listening. Did I say that? And as I always say, if you enjoy the show, please like and subscribe. It really helps with the numbers. And the bigger the show gets, the bigger the guests get. And I always want to keep this show free. No paywalls, no Patreons, or anything like that. There we go. I will speak to you soon.